Oh my word, Carl Lewis, can you believe it? Less than 100 days to go before the Rugby World Cup.
Is it?
Yeah.
Less than 100?
Less than 100. Springboks eyeing a record, extending fourth, their second one in a row.
Yeah.
Welcome to Non-Traveling Reserves, proudly powered by Betco's with myself, Dalen Oliver and Carl Lewis. We're speaking Rugby Championship and the Springboks. He got us.
Yeah, just an early preview. It's a month away. The Rugby Championship, we play our first game. South Africa plays their first game on the 8th at Loftus.
Ooh, delicious.
Against Australia. Then we travel to New Zealand.
Did you hear that? Some Afrikaans person just said, yeah, ons gaan hulle donor. somewhere, lekker.
And then we play the Pumas back here in Joburg.
The who?
Argentina, the Pumas.
The who? I'm doing the South African thing.
What's the South African?
We don't really acknowledge you. We go,
Oh,
who?
my
Who
word.
we play?
Well, I mean,
I'm being a child.
the Pumas could surprise you. I mean, they've done that many times, but I just wanted to... I'm interested to see how the Springboks approach the Rugby Championship, because the last time in World Cup year, so they played a very experimental side against Australia. I think it was in Ellis Park.
Yes.
Herschel Jantjies scored 2 tries, and then they sent their experienced team to New Zealand. Because that travel time is a big thing. So they might do that again, which would be interesting. I mean, it's not like we have the greatest record against Australia, especially when we play there.
Yeah.
But now we're at Loftus, so hopefully that will help in that if an experimental side does play. Traveling to New Zealand, I always have my concerns. I always think they'll edge us.
Yes.
It's going to take a monster effort.
Do you think World Rugby gives us audible flights?
I mean, there's nothing you can do about the geography of things.
I love how you don't answer my question. Sometimes you can walk straight, but they send you around. I'm just saying, whoever's booking flights, book lekker flights, please, man.
So, and also, why I'm also weary of Australia is because Eddie Jones is back in charge.
Big deal.
Eddie Jones is back. He's a smart man. And if their players are fit, if Australia has their best players fit, they can cause upsets.
Also, we haven't played Australia because of the change of hemisphere with the competitions.
Exactly.
So
it will be a good test to see where we're at.
100%. Aside from that, what do you think Nidaba's thinking is? Because prior to the World Cup, yes, Rassi's director, but Rassi was coaching.
Yeah.
So with Ninaba in charge now, what do you think he's thinking?
I think he's thinking the same as what Rassi would be thinking. I wouldn't be surprised if like they do the split squad thing.
Okay.
And I think the Rugby Championship is going to be about getting those combinations going again.
So who's the players you're chucking in that we're going to experiment with?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Because we've got good depth.
Could be Mani.
Definitely.
Could be Mani there. Could be a bit of Evan Roos, Ulrich Lowe, those guys in the loose forward. Marvin Orie might get a game. A time for other front rowers to get a chance. Arcus Snyman back in the mix.
Healthy, fit.
And I mean, our centre pairing is Dealendi and Am. Who would play if they're not there? Maybe Willems at 12 again. Maybe Willems at 10 again. So there's a lot of ways that they can go. But I do think this tournament, it's a shortened format because of the World Cup, is going to be where they test out a few things. Maybe not as testy as they did in years gone, but like testing for our World Cup now. We want to settle. I think the Springboks have a settled team, but maybe test one or two smaller things.
And New Zealand, given the tough / yo-yo year that they had in 2022?
You see, we say they had a yo-yo year, but they still won the Rugby Championship.
So I say yo-yo year.
I agree with you. You can call it that.
The post-Hansen era has been...
It hasn't been the easiest, but
New Zealand
is still New Zealand.
Yes.
And I still back them. If South Africa are playing New Zealand away from home, I mean, sometimes I even back them when they play here.
Shut up,
like
Carl.
they did last year.
Shut up, Carl.
They can beat you.
I will spit on you. Don't you? How dare you? Yo, bruh. I know you never take teams with really the All Blacks.
The All Blacks are a good team.
No, but they are arch rivals,
and they save their best for South Africa.
I hate that you are not biased to your country. I'm
a realist.
I must never be at the rugby. Ask my bro, I'm gonna you. I never swear, but Carl, I will fight you.
I'm a realist, and I mean, I still feel New Zealand has that mental edge over us sometimes. Like last year, I think we beat them, and then we played them a second time.
Yes.
And we're all expecting them.
It's always tight. There's that point gap.
We were expecting, we're going to take this team on, we're going to beat them. And then they beat us at Ellis Park, I think. It could have been Ellis Park last year.
How's your squad looking depth-wise?
I mean,
And health and fitness.
New Zealand
is New Zealand.
Is New Zealand. Like South Africa, they produce rugby players.
Yeah.
And there won't be a lack of quality.
Okay.
Do they have the combinations? I'm not sure. I'll see what their teams look like when they're all fit and healthy come in a month's time. But then you look at the Argentinians as well. Like the Argentinians, I can never get a firm grip on because 1 minute they'll take you out, like against England, they beat you at Twickenham, and then
the next day,
they beat the New Zealanders as well, and then they'll take 50 the next weekend.
Worried about their hair and their beards. Who are the key players going forward in this year for New Zealand?
For New Zealand, I think for me, Ardie Savia is a
good guy as well.
Absolute monster. What they do with Ruchi Mwanga, is he going to play 10 or is Bowden Barrett going to play 10? That's something interesting to look out for. You know, New Zealand always have a plethora of backline players to choose from. I don't know what they're looking for in the, let's take Rico Ioane. Is he going to play at 13? He's going to play on the wing. But they've got such exciting options.
Okay.
But do they have the settle combinations that the South Africans do? I'm not sure. Maybe they do. Let me see. I don't think I can get a grip on what starting 23 or a match day squad that they'll have. But it's New Zealand. I never write off New Zealand.
Like you said, they breed rugby players like South Africa.
I never write New Zealand off.
And the Wallaby camp with Eddie there.
You see, Eddie's a smart man.
Very smart. Listen to a podcast with him, a few. You listen to him speak. That man is just about the processes. Calm.
Yeah.
Very, very calm. That school teacher background. Do you see any light he's going to pull and say, okay, we've groomed you over the past few. Go fly.
I wouldn't be surprised if he goes with tried and tested. Maybe if is Quade Cooper fit? Is James O'Connor fit? I mean, Quade Cooper, when he did play for the Wallabies in the last few years, has been nothing short of excellent.
I like his Instagram account.
Yeah, he's a nice dude. But the biggest worry for Australia is their depth.
Okay.
They can't compete with South Africa and they can't compete with New Zealand when it comes to just length of players.
Yeah.
They don't have good backup stocks. So if they are fit, then I'll be worried about Australia with Eddie Jones.
Especially with the World Cup, yeah.
Yes. And I mean, even their scrummages, their scrums have been okay over the past few years.
Vaughan Gregan. And Sterling Mortlock. That's my era, bruh. Sterling almost wearing secret socks. Just running at everyone. What a human.
Now, and he could kick as well.
Yeah. Okay.
So John Eales could kick as well.
So we're excited for the exciting Rugby Championship.
Yes.
Given the World Cup.
I just wanted to touch on that. It's going to be a very interesting rugby because will we see the coaches playing their hands early? Because a lot of them hide their things and then they show you new things at the World Cup.
I'm legit excited to play the Southern Hemisphere again.
Yes. Definitely. The Rugby Championship is a great competition.
Yeah, we need that. Good rivalry, good gears with your family, with your neighbors. That Saturday, I don't smack to wake up at 9 o'clock to watch rugby, but all right. But excited about the Southern Hemisphere.
And the New Zealand and Aussies, they are our Southern Hemisphere brothers, you know?
Got a lot of time for them.
Exactly. So I, like you, am excited to play rugby against them.
Yes.
I am ready for international rugby.
Nice.
The URC treated us well. The Champions Cup treated us well. Look, Super Rugby still going on and Top 14 still going on. So there is domestic rugby going on and Currie Cup.
Yeah.
But
Don't forget
I
Currie
really
Cup.
cannot wait for July for Test rugby to start.
Magic. I can't wait for Eben Etzebeth to pick up 2 Wallabies players and make 2 memes, not just 1. What was the brother's name that he manhandled again?
Was it Alatoa?
I
was
don't
the
know.
one
He picked him
when
up
he went
by his Ella shoulder. His Ella chin. He said, "Yay, is Afrikaans." Ik sal jou gooi. Anyway, I'm excited.
We didn't even touch on the injuries of
Sia and Eben.
Sia. Hopefully they'll be ready for World Cup time at least. So interesting to see what Jacques Nienaber's hand is. Who's he going to play in that role? Because it's an opportunity to maybe play a more natural fetcher. Like Kwagga or Dion Fourie or something like that.
Yeah. Sorry, when you say Kwagga and Dion, I want to cry. I just love Kwagga.
Yeah, I love Kwagga too.
Big fan of both. But how many times has Kwagga broken his nose? That bro just keep going forward.
Nah, he's outstanding rugby. You have 15 Kwagga Smiths.
Yeah, bro.
That's a serious rugby team.
Yeah, 4-2, 1 year. Okay.
But good luck. I'm sure we'll be talking about it more as the closer it comes. But yeah, just want to touch on it for now.
Aware the Rugby Championship, exciting. Look at me trying to be professional.
We're excited.
Aware the Rugby Championship. We're excited for a very big year of international rugby. Thanks for that, man. Aware, non-traveling reserves. Proudly powered by BetCosa. We appreciate you. Cheers, cheers.